All right, class, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to create just a small house. So what I like to do is I like to come over here to the materials, or actually the, not the materials, but the styles, and we're going to change it to simple style, and that's just based on preference. All right, so I don't have any dimensions that I've as a requirement, but you can just drop it, make a square, rectangle. We're going to come over here and we're going to use the push-pull, and I'm going to pull this thing up. I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to type 15 feet. How about that? And if you look down here in the bottom right-hand corner, you see 15 feet. I'm going to hit enter. Let's see my dimensions here. About 12 feet. That works. I will, in fact, I'm going to pull it out just a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to delete this line. All right, so there we go. So now what I want to do is I want to create a roof. So I'm going to use this orbit tool, and I'm going to take a pencil, and there's a couple ways to create a roof, and I will show you a different way in a different video. I'm going to find the midpoint. I'm going to go straight across. I'm going to use this move tool, and I'm going to move this straight up. And I'm just going to move it up. I'm going to type in 6 feet. If you look in the bottom right hand corner, I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to use a pencil. And there you go. Okay, so that's that. The next thing what we want to do is I want you guys to create a door. So I'm going to go back and use my orbit tool. Zoom in just a little bit. I'm just going to use the rectangle. And really, if we were doing this exact, we would actually use a measuring tool, and we would figure out what's the distance between here and here. I'll do that in a later video for you guys. I'm going to use, in fact, right now we could use the measuring tool. I'm going to say I want this to just be 6 feet, or 6 inches across. I'm going to use this right here, 6 inches. I'm going to have to zoom around here. And then I'm going to use this and just go up. See if I can get this just perfect. I'm going to have to type in 6 inches. All right, so now once you've done that, you can take the pencil, zoom in a little bit, and go up, and then over, and you can just follow those edges. All right, and then just take the pencil and delete those lines. Sometimes it's a little bit tough to delete them, because you gotta get them just right. Let me see if I can get it from this angle. Nope. All right, so let me use my orbit tool again. Come at it. Let's see. It's not letting me. Let's get this side. I'll have to get it later on. All right, so let me use the pan tool. Let's see if I can get it from up top here. I'm not getting it at the right angle, so I'll worry about that later. All right, so when we zoom in, all right, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to pull, there it is, those edges off, okay? Or the edges out. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to go out like maybe, I'm going to put it in 3 inches, just to kind of make it pop out. So let me orbit around, so you can see it kind of popped out a little bit, all right? What we can also do is we can give it a doorknob. So I'm going to come over here and use this circle, and I'm going to create just a little small doorknob right there. Perfect. Let me zoom out just a little bit, orbit around. All right. So now what I want you to do is I want you to paint it. Well, actually, let's create a window. So I'm going to create a window right there. And then we're going to orbit around, and I'm going to have you create a unique window over here, and you get to design it yourself. And again, you would typically probably use a measuring tape to make sure you get it right. And just kind of get creative here. Let's see. There's something unique. There you go. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to come over here to the paintbrush bucket, and we are going to make this under materials. over here on the panel side, and we're going to make this a glass. So I'm going to come over here, make that glass. I'm going to orbit back around, and I'm going to make this glass as well. And again, what that allows you to do is allows you to look inside. Okay? I'm going to use the colors as well, and I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to give a door frame kind of a black edge right there. I'm going to paint the door maybe grayish color. Awesome. And then I'm going to the roofing, and I'm going to give it, let's put this roof on. All right, perfect. And then I'm going to, in fact, I'll do this part as well. Let me orbit around. I'm going to take a pencil and go from this edge to this edge. I'm going to do that. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to give this some type of brick. Let's see if I can find the bricks on here. There they are. We'll go with this. It's probably not the best looking house right there, but it works. All right, so we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna use this. Perfect right there. All right, so the only thing I would add on here is let's give this thing kind of an outside patio. So I'm gonna extend it out, and I'm gonna type in 10 apostrophe and hit enter. All right, that should be 10 feet out. And then I also come over here, and I'm going to use this pencil tool, and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to just go from here all the way over, and then I'm going to extend this out 10 feet as well. Type 10 apostrophe enter. Okay, so as soon as you start pulling it out, you start typing right away. Okay, if you want it to be 10 feet, 12 feet, type in 10 and then apostrophe, and you hit enter right away. And that bottom right hand corner right here, it'll tell you what's the distance. Okay, and then that's it right there. Okay, and then typically you're probably gonna have, if we zoomed in real quick, you're gonna have some type of post, so we can make something. In fact, let me I'll go out. Let me type in 6. Oh, it did it for me. Perfect right there. And then what we could do is we could pull this out. Let's see if I can get it just right. Perfect. Let me orbit back around and then zoom in and use the push pull. Pull it straight up. All right, and again, this isn't entirely accurate. I should have probably did my measurements a little bit better. See, it's a little bit off. All right, so I could do the exact same thing right over here. Zoom in. Again, kind of go out 6 inches, and then I would pull this up. All the way up, perfect. All right, so now you have a small house with the patio on there, with the crazy looking window. You've got a door right there, another window on the other side. I want you guys to create this exact same one. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.